Still, Samuel said, not in the light. Still, Isaiah kept his hand there for a moment more. He then started to hum. He would do that sometimes while stroking Samuel's hair as they lay together in the dead of night, and that would make Samuel's sleep a bit easier. Samuel wore an expression that said, "Enough now," but in his head, etched across his mind, in bright shining voice, was Isaiah soothing. He always a soothing thing. Bonjour. Hello to everyone in France, to the booksellers. I am Robert Jones Jr., author of the novel The Prophets. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you so much for believing in this work, for helping me to get it into the hands of readers all throughout France. It is actually one of my dreams to have my book for sale in France. I visited France with my husband a few years ago. We went to Paris and we went to Nice. And it was lovely. The food, oh my goodness, the food was so good. And I can't wait to get back again to hopefully one day talk to all of you in person about this work and about everything that it has taken me to write it. But until then, we will have to settle for a video. So let me tell you the story of how I wrote this book, The Prophets. I was in college. This was in 2006, my final semester of undergraduate study. And I was thinking about a novel to write. And in my head, I allowed myself to fantasize about the idea that Black queer people existed in a past that we had never seen before. In a particular period we had never thought of Black queer people existing in, and that is antebellum slavery, so around the 1800s in the United States. I tried to do some research. I did a little bit of research looking for evidence of the existence of Black queer people and could not find much. I found in a book called Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl by Harriet Jacobs, an enslaved woman in the United States. She wrote about how a slave master sexually assaulted a slave. And then also in Toni Morrison's Beloved, there is a scene where one of her characters, Paul D., is sexually assaulted by a white overseer. But the question for me was, what about love? And because the great Toni Morrison herself said, if you cannot find the book you wish to read, then you must write it, I went about the task of writing The Prophets. I started in 2006 and finished in early 2020. 14 years of writing. In fact, let me show you what that looks like. You see that pile of papers? That is 14 years of me writing the book that would eventually become The Prophets. And so, it is with deep gratitude that I give the book to you to get into the hands of readers. Booksellers' jobs are so underrated. In my opinion, booksellers are the keepers of sacred knowledge. They ensure that our communities stay informed, that the wisdom of writers is shared far and wide. And so for that, I say thank you. I would also like to thank my editor, Jean Matern, and the translator of The Prophets, David Fouquemberg. Thank you so much for embracing this work, and I hope that you find value in the prophets.